Hey everybody, Xeno back here for a video I honestly didn't expect myself to be making, but you read the title and so many of you wanted it, so let's give it a shot. Now, let's talk challenge stipulations for this one specifically, because it's going to play out a little differently. Now, Time Stopper doesn't do traditional damage to enemies, and in fact doesn't damage any of the bosses except Quickman in the base game. That's not too much of an issue. You can tweak damage values. I did manage to work with a viewer of mine, Warm Cabin. Special shout out to them for forwarding me this alternative hacked version of Rockman 2, which has a couple of really important changes that are going to be the only reason why this challenge works. So, many of you know, but for those that don't, Time Stopper drains itself after one use, and you can't pause normally or stop it in the base game. That behavior causes a lot of issues because if I start using Time Stopper at any point during the level in the base version of Rockman 2, I wouldn't be able to stop it. And going into any boss room with Time Stopper active just causes the game to freeze because the boss doesn't fall down and do its intro animation. But with this hack of Rockman 2 that I've got from Warm Cabin, we can disable Time Stopper by pressing B again while it's active, which really should have been a thing to begin with. So that will allow us to, make use of the weapon during the stages and during the boss fights. Now, part of this hack is also making the bosses vulnerable to Time Stopper because both the Alien and Flashman have hard-coded immunities to it, interestingly enough, which is something that Warm Cabin and I also worked out. So thanks to them, this video is possible. Otherwise, this really wouldn't have been even feasible due to those aforementioned issues. There's still going to be a couple of technical complications with using Time Stopper, but I'll discuss those as we go. There's no more reason to delay this any more than I already have. So, you would expect a jump cut here, and for me to say that nothing happens in Flashman Stage, but I am going to take this opportunity to give a little bit of commentary on how this challenge is going to be kind of different than the other ones. So for most of the weapon challenges, I kind of skip over the stages and, say, oh, there's not really that much to say, yada yada, and some of this run-through is definitely going to be the same to some extent, depending on the stage, but it's actually the bosses this time that are going to be very little to speak of, because basically the way that Time Stopper works is, it stops time, and so the boss doesn't get to do anything before it dies. To speed it up and to make it funnier for the viewers, I have set it so that the bosses take 1 unit of damage on every frame, so it just looks really funny when they die in like half a split second to Time Stopper. But otherwise, I'm going to be cutting and mentioning mostly like stage obstacles that are that pose difficulty, because it's not going to be the bosses that give us trouble around this time around. It's going to be the stages. And of course, Flashman Stage is not one of those, so we're not really gonna, talk about this in that much detail, even though I yapped for the entire stage. So at this point, I'm gonna cut for the last 10 seconds anyways. Get ready to laugh. Bye-bye. Alright, next stage. Now, as you might be expecting, Woodman Stage really isn't all that. I playtested this stage and a couple others before I started this challenge, and interesting little tidbit while I'm passing through these rooms, but yeah, if you have Time Stopper active, the hot dogs don't spawn, and they also don't spawn the wall that usually prevents you from moving through this section, which I think is pretty interesting, to be totally honest. This stage really doesn't provide that much in a lot of these rooms. I'm actually gonna speed up, so I'm gonna be using save states at certain points during this challenge because Time Stopper has a lot of weird behaviors related to certain bosses, especially later on in the challenge. Not really so much right now, but the Wily Stage bosses have a few quirks with this thing. Most notably, the Wily Machine has some weirdness related to it, so yeah, and also this doesn't prevent the atomic chickens from spawning, but this one spawns in the air, which is kind of funny. Anyways, always remember to deactivate Time Stopper before going in the boss room, otherwise you'll just be stuck, like I said before. But, Woodman's gone. As usual, Heatman stage really doesn't give you much to talk about, but I will point out that using Time Stopper before this Yoku block segment actually does screw up the timing of the initial blocks, which is kind of interesting. I also got lucky there. A lot of these stages become complete cakewalks when Time Stopper disables all the gimmicks. I think Metal Man stage is probably the best example because none of the moles spawn, the presses don't move, the conveyor belts don't move. It's not until later in the stage that anything really, like, remotely challenging happens, but I just thought it was funny to show this totally empty section. In a similar vein to the challenges where we were using weapons that the blockies are immune to, this section poses some... What? Okay. What the hell? Okay, this, I actually am, like, gobsmacked. What? Okay. I guess only the eyes damage you if you're using Time Stopper when blockies are on screen. Okay, that's actually genuinely really interesting. I had no idea that that was the case. Huh. Okay, well, never mind. You don't need that much health to get through this section, I guess. Just don't hit the eye segment. That's really bizarre. Huh. So stage selection up until this point has mostly been pretty arbitrary, but let's get into the real meat and potatoes. This is our problem stage, Airman. So we have these lightning lords, which are not, we can't kill them because we can't kill anything with Time Stopper. So what we need to do is come to this stage. Yeah, see, this is why we need save states, is because of this bullshit. So what we need to do is try our damnedest not to get knocked off these platforms. Or just get knocked onto a different one, I guess. I don't know why I'm taking, like, so little knockback, but I'm definitely appreciating that. Oh, never mind. So yeah, you need to do this horribly tedious process of just let's start saving state. Oh, because I'm getting knocked backwards. Okay, that makes sense actually, kind of, sort of. So yeah, this is a huge pain in the ass, and it's the reason why we needed to get a few E-tanks before coming here, because otherwise you're not gonna have enough health to tank all this. God damn, I keep falling off. Yeah, so this is obviously really goddamn annoying, as you can probably tell by my commentary. But with a couple of E-tanks, you should be able to manage. Okay, I keep getting knocked the wrong way. Damn it. Yeah, this is really, really goddamn annoying. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why, you know... Oh, nope. Okay, this is the part at which... Yeah, okay. First E-tank. Alright. Yeah, this is probably one of the most challenging segments of this entire run, and it's literally just because of this stupid bullshit that we can't avoid. Damn it. Okay, so once that's over with, pretty much the rest of the stage is a complete cakewalk, because you can just stop everything. We might need to sacrifice a life, actually, because of the fan fiends, but not much difficulty from here on out. Alright, I think I finally managed to get the zip trick working on one of these videos. Usually I'm able to pull it off. I think I've just gotten unlucky or botched the attempts that I've filmed, but it'll be useful for Time Stopper because we can go past the Ankos and the Shrimp, but you'll know you've done it right when pausing and falling from the above screen. If you land on this second tile in the wall, all you have to do is touch left. Bam. Pretty satisfying, isn't it? Alright, let's skip. I think it's pretty funny how the claws still try to spawn, but they just get stuck at the top of the screen. That's just kind of funny to me for some reason. Anyways. This is what you all wanted to see. There you go. As you might be able to imagine, trying to do these screens without any method of attack is pretty goddamn annoying. But you can kind of get through by luring all the tellies, kind of like this, except, oh, nice, okay. That's, no. Keep pressing the jump key. Okay, yeah, you know, that works. That works. There you go. Alright. This is still, like, crazy to me. I can't believe this. I thought this might be satisfying to watch for some of you. Yeah, this music is damn annoying, but man, it's really nice not getting harassed by the PBs and the crazy cannon. Anyways. Quick-main stage is slightly more problematic than you might think, but it's mainly because of these guys. It's actually probably better to tank damage from the fire, yeah. Not that it will matter, because we don't need the health, but anyways. I actually thought it might be fun to let some of this section play out just very peacefully. Just no urgency at all. Just kind of wandering through, just chilling. Yeah, that's what the quick section gets. Let's go through here too. You know, why not? Just shoot me. Oh wait, oh crap. Okay. Anyways, boss time. Bye-bye. I'm realizing how short this recording is probably going to be, and it's mainly because the bosses are just completely eliminated from this challenge, which reduces the commentary and is usually the thing I talk about most, but this section, or this challenge is completely topsy-turvy. It's just, you know, only the stage sections really give you anything to talk about. Now, the Wily Castle bosses will be kind of interesting, because they have their own jank associated with them, but, you know, we'll get into that. Wily 1 isn't really anything to speak of. Okay, I'm actually kind of morbidly curious what happens if you try and use Time Stopper in this section. Oh, nothing happens. Whoa, what the fuck? What? Wait, what? Hold the fucking phone. What? Wait, what? Wait, you can kill it before... Wait, what? Wait. No, crap. Okay, wait, the explosion takes too long, though. Okay, wait, that's hilarious. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't know. Okay, now? Does it die? Oh my god, my eyes. Holy shit, ow. Okay, epilepsy warning. No, it doesn't. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, wait, that's really interesting. Okay, yeah, I was saying Time Stopper is very buggy when applied. Does it die if the... Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot to disable something. Okay, wait. So there's a code I have enabled that's the all weapons code that causes buggy behavior, but now I'm curious to see, can we kill the dragon like this? Okay. All right. Let's be serious. Let's be serious for a second. Does this work now? Okay, no. All right. Let's let the health bar fill up, and see what happens then. All right, fill up your health bar. Now die. Oh, it still doesn't work correctly, does it? Okay, does it bug out? Okay. Yeah, okay, wait. What the hell? Okay, yeah. Definitely don't watch this if you're epileptic. Okay, so that doesn't work, clearly. Let's do as close as we can get. There we go. Yeah, we beat it with Time Stopper, guys. Yeah, that was legit. That was a legit win. Next stage. Okay, so apparently the weirdness doesn't end at block keys. These walls, apparently you can walk through if Time Stopper is active, which is interesting. I didn't think... Oh, what the hell? Okay, so they're solid, but if you enter the room with Time Stopper, then they're not. Wow, you learn something new every day, I guess. Okay. Right, so Pico Pico Kun. Unfortunately, these guys are classified as a bundle of enemies. Wait, what? Oh. Never mind? What? What? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, I need to see that again. Okay, wait, this challenge is actually revealing a lot of really interesting stuff. What the hell? You can just... It's over. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go. Pico Pico Kun, bye-bye. Okay, I'm curious if the same thing happens with the Guts Dozer. Or does it just... Okay. So it's not on screen yet, so it's not quite happy about that, I guess. But it didn't care about when that happened to Pico Pico Kun for some reason. But okay, now will I be able to kill it? No? Why the hell does this work on Pico Pico Kun but not any of the other bosses? Okay, I'm actually like, this is so interesting to me. It works on Pico Pico Kun, but not these guys. Why does that happen? Why? What? So bizarre. That's so bizarre. Huh. Alright, anyways, Wily 4. This Joe hallway sure is a lot easier when none of these guys can move. But, okay. I'm really curious to see what happens with Boobeam Trap. That's the question of the hour here. Question of the minute, I guess. Does it also behave the same way? No. Oh, yes, it does. What? It just... Okay. Alright. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. I think that is hilarious. That is actually genuinely hilarious behavior. I am so surprised, first of all, that the enemies with that are composed of like multiple parts, they die just fine. But the regular Wily bosses, that's where we have problems. Anyways, I'm sure this segment is really interesting to all of you, right? Yeah, all the Robot Masters in this challenge really hard. Good luck beating any of them. Okay, let's see what weird behavior happens with Wily Machine. This should be interesting. Okay. Does the first phase die? Oh, okay. I'm soft locked. Okay, cool. No. God damn it. Okay, close enough. Okay. Now, what happens if we kill the second phase? Soft locked again, right? Probably. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a soft lock. Yeah, okay, wow. Wily Machine, yeah, we beat it with Time Stopper, guys. We beat it with Time Stopper. We may as well have a peaceful, speedy little stroll through this segment, since none of the drops can hurt us at this point in time. Okay. What happens with the alien? This is the final question we get to ask on this run. Alright. Oh. What the fuck? You know, honestly, I can't think of a more perfect way to send off the Mega Man 2 series than this. I'm not even gonna lie. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Holy shit, that was hilarious. Wait, do we not get the credits? Oh, okay. Okay, well, no cut this time, because I am just, like, genuinely flabbergasted. So many of those... This challenge had a lot of really unexpected moments. Obviously, all of you can hear the surprise in my voice that Time Stopper worked against Pico Pico Kun and the Boobeam Trap, which I think is probably the funniest and most unanticipated interaction. That really surprises me. I also find it weird that against the Mecha Dragon and the Guts Dozer, they explode infinitely, and the Wily Machine too. That's kind of bizarre. I really wonder what causes that. Other than that, it was fun watching the bosses explode and like not be able to do anything. But this was a funny one. A lot of interesting things discovered about the game when Time Stopper is active. But it's a good send-off for Mega Man 2. We'll be tackling a different game at next time for sure, obviously, since we have no weapons left. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all for suggesting this, because I really wasn't anticipating on doing it. Thank you to Warm Cabin for both the hack and also a bunch of information that allowed this to be possible in the first place. Thanks to every other viewer for sticking to the end of this. I appreciate you all very much. Alright, this is Zeno, signing off. See you all in another game sometime soon. Bye-bye.